name is Trish White-Boyd, and I am not a native of Roanoke, but I've been here since 1984. I actually came in October of 1984, and it was so beautiful. We all know what Roanoke looks like in the fall. The foliage, it was just wonderful. So I met my husband here, and I've been married for about 25 years. He's not here tonight because he wanted to participate in the Big Lick Soup event that they were having tonight, so he opted for that. But I've really enjoyed living here. We've always been involved in our community. I'm a small business owner. I've been in business for about 10 years. I started with about 11 employees. I now have over 50, and I've always been a community activist, and we are always involved in our community. My husband is currently the neighborhood president. So I think neighborhoods are so important, and I think being involved with the citizens and having a liaison between the citizens and the city council is very imperative. So I'm looking forward to working with you. Thank you. I'm not really sure what I can say that has not already been said, but I will say that here I have a list of about 50 companies. This is done by Roanoke.com. The largest companies in Roanoke: Carillion, Kroger, Wells Fargo, Yokohama Tire. What I would like to see happen is retention. We don't want to see another Norfolk Southern leave. So what I would like to do is sit down with these companies and say, what has made you successful? What can we do to facilitate your growth? What can we do to make sure that we have people that can fill the jobs that you have? Just for example, I have a friend who worked for Lumos Network out in Botetourt. Lenny had to bring in fiber optic cable layers from West Virginia. Okay, Lenny had to not only pay them, he had to house them, and he had to pay for their transportation. Those are jobs that could have been given to John down the street, right here in Roanoke City. Those are jobs that can stay here. Now these companies are here, and we want to focus on what can we do to ensure that they stay here. Do we have qualified people to fill these jobs? If not, then what trades do we need to do? What can we do to help you? And these are some of the things that I think will only help us keep the companies that we have here, help them grow, help them stay here, and help our some of our young people who are looking for jobs get jobs right here in Roanoke City. And that's what I would like to do if I'm a member of City Council. Grover and I are in an awful predicament here, being on white boys. Remind me never to use the white party. Regional cooperation. I'm so, listening to my fellow candidates, we have a lot of work to do. But in essence, we really don't, because we have a plan, and it's in the vision. And I know some of you have seen it. On page 33, it talks about regional cooperation. This is a comprehensive plan that was developed by our city in 2001, and it's 2001 to 2020. Yes, it does need to be revamped. We're at 2016 now, so we need to go maybe 2017 to 2030. But it talks about regional cooperation. The Go Virginia plan, that is another regional plan. Folks, we don't have to recreate the wheel. That's one thing that happens when we get new administrations, whether it be on council, government, or wherever it is. Everybody wants to come in and start with a whole new set of plans. We shouldn't do that. We really should focus on what we have already in place, make it better. There's two bills right now. You techies, Google it. The Senate bill, which is 449, and the House bill, 834. Those bills are talking about regional cooperation and how to boost economic growth in each region. So we can save ourselves a lot of time here, trying to recreate the wheel, and support our legislatures in these two bills, because that's what they are for. They're bipartisan, and they are talking about economic growth in each region. Thank you. I would like to say that I have 4 issues that are really important to me, and I would say neighborhoods, and I kind of concur with Grover, but what I do know is that the city of Roanoke has over 40 neighborhoods, and they have actually put in place about 24 plans that have been effective. There were some neighborhoods that have not been addressed yet, and so I think for me, I would like to go back and pick up the other 18 or 20 or so that were not, that did not develop a plan for whatever reason. I know for my neighborhood, they were not involved, they were not engaged, and now that we've become more engaged, we have more people and we can develop a plan. The second thing would be economic growth. In that aspect, I would like to focus on the small businesses, and being a small business owner myself, I would like to see a network of local banks where we would have a place to go. I was talking to some small business owners in Grand Newport area last week, and we were talking about every now and then a small business owner will have a cash flow problem. You know, it happens. You know, you need your payroll, pay taxes, whatever, and you need to borrow money. Well, you can't do that. A lot of the banks are not going to give you money, and I will say, hey, my money is here. I have a $30,000 check coming from one of my contractors. I just need money for about 6 days to meet payroll. I would like to be able to go to a bank that will give me that money to help me meet my payroll. And we don't have that now. We need to have council sit down with some of the local banks and develop that sort of relationship. Okay, so I gotta go fast now. Public safety. I'd like to address the heroin addiction. That is a part of the crime rate, and that needs to be addressed. You know, all of a sudden it's an epidemic. This is not brand new. Heroin has been around in our city for some time, and now it has, encroached some of the other elite areas, and now it's an epidemic. I think we need to start addressing it, which we should have done a long time ago, and I'd like to see that happen. On education, I'm going to talk really, really fast. I talked to a teacher, and she said she needed supplies. She didn't have supplies. If they don't have supplies, she has to buy them. That shouldn't be. White void, and for me personally, I really like this book called Comprehensive Plan. It's the vision. The only problem with it, on page 16, it tells the number of participants that did the survey and the actual residents that participated. This is a plan, and it's an extensive plan that the city is using, and there were only 200 residents that participated in this plan. That's a problem I think that we have in Roanoke. We don't have enough engagement from the neighborhoods, from the citizens here, and we don't have enough engagement as far as voters. The last municipal election, we have 90,000 plus citizens, 62,000 registered. We had 10,000 vote in the last municipal election. That is less than 10%. Pretty much controlling your local government. So there's some sort of gap there. We need to figure out how to reach the citizens and how to bridge that gap and how we can connect them with city council. And I am engaged with the community, and I feel that I can reach the community and I can facilitate that. And I'm asking, well, I would be remiss if I didn't ask for your vote and your support on Saturday, February 13th at the Roanoke Civic Center.